I'm Julian Plaster, a World War II veteran. I was walking down Wisconsin Avenue after Pearl Harbor. They had a recruiting station there. Must have been a magnet or something because it drew me right in. I wanted to join the Marines, but my eyesight was bad, so the Navy took me. I hit boot camp. They picked out so many guys. Well, you go here, you go there. I was told to go as a cook. It's all volunteer. You. My first invasion on Roy and Namur Islands, I had a lot of things going through my mind. We often thought, are you ready to shoot somebody else? And I was never instructed on how to care for a rifle or even how to shoot it. When I was on the landing craft, they gave me this rifle. He said, where's your ammunition? I said, they didn't give me any. He said, well, have you handled a gun before? No. He said, okay, you can use it as a club then. And halfway, they hit a coral reef, so the front went down the landing craft, and we were water up to our neck with our sea bag. As soon as I hit the beach, and they told us to get out, 4 or 5 of us were all given a shovel and told to bury the dead. That was a priority because the South Pacific being so hot and humid. After about 2 or 3 days, the body laying out there in the sun, when you pick them up, they're falling apart. That was the worst job I had when I was in the Navy. That kind of struck me, the first Japanese I picked up and buried. And we often thought about what were they thinking about. In his hand was a picture of an old woman, must have been his mother. And so his thoughts were the same as ours. They were thinking of home. It's a very emotional thing. You're picking up somebody. If it happened to be somebody that you knew before you landed, it hit you. But you just kept on going. Things are moving so fast. The only time you had to think was at the end of the day. Mostly what's going through our mind was, are we going to be alive when we get through with this? They don't train you before you land in there or explain to you what's going to happen. You just go in there, it's cold turkey. It was very crude. They had a great big hole, and you just throw the bodies in there. It's a new experience, and it always stays with you. It's not a happy memory. Everyone reacts different. A lot of noise going on, you really don't have time to think about anything else. Whistling sound going around, the shells going past you, and the bombs when they exploded, that was deafening. You don't even have time to think. You're trying to save yourself. You're trying to stay alive. After February 12th, when the Japanese come back, and they bombed us, and they hit our ammunition dump. In my tent, there was 6 of us. We headed for the beach, but they told you don't go in the water because the explosion of a bomb is worse in the water than it is in the air. 6 of us in our little hole that we dug. No place to hide, no buildings, no trees. You dig in the coral. And the next day there was only 3 of us. There's a lot of things I think the brain shuts off. A lot of memories you don't want to think about. There's nothing nice about seeing a dead body or picking one up that stays with you. I think what scared me most is how I was going to live.
We have what we have because of what that generation did. That's the young man and woman who said, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, and went and deployed. That's who we're honoring here. To be able to have somebody years later stand 200 yards away from that building and be able to realize how far that was under the conditions to take Normandy Beach. And then realizing many of our state residents who were serving in theater died that day. But it's not just about World War II, it's about all of our wars. Learning about what that prior generation did at that exact same age that they are now, and you have to ask yourself, what would you do to replicate what they've done for us? All while remembering this is still hallowed ground. This is still remembering someone who never came home.